Horns up, rockers y headbangers que sintonizan el canal. El día de hoy viajamos acá a la ciudad de Dallas, Texas. Bueno, en realidad a la ciudad de Fort Worth, Texas. Estamos por aquí, bueno, por razones personales, pero vamos a aprovechar para empezar con una nueva forma de vivir nuestra pasión por el coleccionismo, que es visitando tiendas que se dediquen a ello. El día de hoy estamos aquí en Born Records, una tienda que se dedica, como lo podemos ver aquí, al trade, a la venta y a la compra. Es una tienda ya con cierta trayectoria. Ahorita vamos a platicar aquí con su dueño, con John. Y bueno, pues vamos a entrar. La verdad es que está muy extensa, ya le di una pequeña vista. Desde aquí ya podemos ver la grandeza de la misma. Sin embargo, no es nada de lo que nos presenta en su totalidad. Tenemos tapes, tenemos viniles, tenemos playeras, tenemos figuras, todo. Hay cosas usadas, hay cosas nuevas. La verdad es que está muy interesante. Vamos a darle por ahí un tour. Mi bolsillo, siendo sinceros, está muy asustado. Mi tarjeta de crédito y mi mamá seguro también, cuando sepa de este lugar en el que estoy, también va a estar muy asustada. Qué bueno que no tengo pareja, sino la que se armaría por lo que seguramente va a pasar después de salir de esta tienda. Tenemos parches también por aquí, miren. Miscelánea. Ahí por ahí John, el dueño, me pidió nada más que no grabara tanto en los lugares más desordenados. Pero pues es difícil porque no conocemos tiendas de este tamaño por allá en la ciudad de Monterrey. No sé si en alguna otra parte de México tengamos otra. Y mucho menos una que tenga baño también para compartir con la raza. Y aquí está lo que más nos interesa. Toda la zona dedicada principalmente al metal extremo. Tenemos por ahí a Born temas ya de black metal, ya de thrash, parches también, Candlemas. Acabamos de hacer un video de Candlemas. No sé cuándo vaya a salir este video, pero pues bueno, aquí tenemos CDs. Encontramos CDs. Por ahí anduve buscando y encontré incluso algunas ediciones ya con su antigüedad, que al final les voy a poner foto, que me estoy llevando también. Ya con cierta antigüedad y aún en estado de nuevas. Ahí tenemos unos Demon Warriors Insorte Diaboli, la edición especial de recién apertura, y está como nueva, más bien está nueva, está sellada de fábrica. Tenemos tapes también. No, hay mucha variedad, mira. G-War. Los precios, bueno, pues son precios similares a los que encontramos en México. También venden pósters, como podemos ver. Ahorita le vamos a preguntar algunas cositas a John y vamos a ver qué tienen de especiales las playeras, porque he visto unas de hasta $150, entonces está interesante todo lo que tenemos por acá. Miren, nada más por no dejar, vamos a darle una pequeña ojeada aquí donde están los temas de Bathory. Miren. Burning Leaders. Bueno, una que otra cosa no tan fácil de conseguir o no tan reconocida por ahí nos podemos encontrar ya. La verdad es que ya le di una revisada y ya tengo una idea de lo que me voy a llevar. Entonces vamos a seguir dando una revisada. Aquí me encontré unos cathedrals. Ahorita van a ver el que encontré y que me voy a llevar también. Y vamos de este lado, me comentaba John que acá en el mero fondo tiene pósters y sobre todo las playeras de metal. Están ordenadas alfabéticamente. Uy, muy metal. Ordenadas alfabéticamente, pero y por talla, pero pues un poco revueltos, ¿no? Bueno, muchachos, vamos a seguir aquí viendo la tienda. Ya más adelante veremos un poco más de lo que nos puede contar nuestro nuevo amigo John. Que bueno, a ver si nos echamos unos drinks con él más tarde. Ya, rockers, headbangers, aquí estamos ya con el señor John Pérez. Él actualmente es quien se encarga aquí de las compras, las ventas de la tienda. Y pues vamos a hacerle aquí algunas preguntas para conocer su historia. John, first and all, thank you for the interview and for letting us recording on the store.
De nada.
Thank you. He also speaks a little Spanish, so
A little. Un poquito de español.
So, talk us about the beginning of the store. Who was the beginner of it? And
So yeah, man. Well, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it, dude. This store started in 2015 with my friend Henry Vásquez, who owns the shop. We had been doing this together, just working out of his house in various locations. But eventually we just opened up a shop because we ran out of room. And so 2015 we opened it up about this time in 2015. It was, I think, around May or June, and we had the shop open around that time, 2015. Yep.
it's interesting that I saw some guys like minors of age, and they are still coming to buy some physical material. I mean, I think it's a well, the collection is of physical music. It's going. Some people think that it is going down, but we can see that.
No, I think it's what's a cool thing about working here is that you see who is buying music, physical formats of music, and there's a lot of young guys and girls buying music on vinyl records or cassette tapes or compact discs still. That's encouraging. It's maybe too long to go into it here, but I really believe that vinyl records and physical formats are preferable way to collect records or collect music. I'm sorry, and so it's encouraging to see young people buying music on these physical formats. I like that.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, this says to me that they're paying more attention, I hope, to the music they're buying, because it's so easy to not pay attention to music when you just pull it up on your cell phone and you're just listening to 10 seconds of one song here, one song there. It's so easy to not pay attention. When you're spinning records, you're forced to pay a little bit more attention. And that's what I hope happens when people listen to music on vinyl, is they're paying more attention.
Yes, I think also it is relaxing to see it on the turntable and all of that.
hypnotize yourself, watching it, relaxing, as you said, yeah.
So I saw some T-shirts. Well, at least for us there in Mexico, they are kind of expensive. So I would like to know more about them. Some of them were from $50 to $100 dollars. What could you tell us about that?
Well, so we have been doing this for a very long time. I mean, we have the shop open since 2015, but we've been doing this for a lot longer than that. Both Henry and I have been working in the music business for a long time. Henry started selling shirts a lot in the early 2000s, and I started helping him out with eBay stuff. But basically, we sell a lot of T-shirts that are collectible. T-shirts become collectible when people pay big money for them, and if there's less of them to go around, the more shirt commands. So vintage T-shirts, shirts that are from the 80s, early 90s, these types of shirts sell for a good amount of money sometimes. Just depends on what it is, and if it's in good condition. And that's just based on what people pay for them on the internet, Okay. So yeah, we have a lot of collectible shirts. Some of them are very expensive, but that's what they sell for online,
The collection of T-shirts is something that we don't used to listen about. So sounds interesting.
Well, because rock T-shirts, let's just talk about rock and roll T-shirts, because that's what we have a lot of. But if you think about it, collecting shirts didn't really become a thing until later, because, there wasn't that many rock shirts made in the 60s. There were some, they started making tour T-shirts in the 70s. But then, people weren't, as that generation grew up, maybe they started collecting the old shirts they used to have from the 70s. Well, now, there's a lot of people that want to collect all the OG shirts, original shirts from that time period. There's only so many to go around. Let's say there's some young kid that's into Greta Van Fleet, and they want to go get an old Led Zeppelin T-shirt, because Led Zeppelin and Greta Van, kind of the same thing, man. So they want to be OG, and they want to wear an original tour shirt from Led Zeppelin 1977. How many of those do you think are really out there floating around that are still wearable? Not many. But there's a lot of people that want them, so that just drives the price way up. It's just the way it is. It's basic economics.
That's pretty logic.
That's what it is. There's this many Led Zeppelin 1977 tour T-shirts around, and then there's this many people that want to buy them. So that just makes the price go up. That's the way it is. It's just, I don't have that kind of money to spend on shirts.
Me neither.
But a lot of people do, man, and that's what they want. And it's worth it to them to buy it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Finally, one other question. You were talking to me about your history, not only on a record store, but also you play in a band, and you are tour manager of some bands.
Yeah.
Could you tell some of this to our
Well,
audience?
like a lot of guys that work in record shops, a lot of us are musicians, or in the music business in some capacity. Henry, of course, he was in Saint Vitus. He's in the Skull. He has his band Blood of the Sun. He's doing a new project now. And he was in a band called Archie Bunker that I did some work with too. So Henry, who owns the shop, has been in a lot of bands and is still doing music. And we're all musicians, we all love music. We do this for work and to make a living from it. But we love it, we love rock and roll. We love music, period. And same with me. My background is I had Solitude Aeternus since the 80s. I've done other things, as well throughout the years. I also did tour management with bands, and went out with Saint Vitus, Candlemass, Orange Goblin, a whole bunch of bands, I work with. But we love music, and so that's why we do what we do, and that's where we're at, man. And we got guys leaving the store right now. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Y'all have a great day, all right? Thank you. And so anyway, that's kind of a real quick background for both Henry and I. We're still musicians, and we're still involved in playing music and promoting music outside of the store even. But we sell music, and we connect people with music here, and that's what we love to do, and that's where we're at. That's what we do, man.
Very good.
Yeah.
I will just end this this recording showing what we are taking from here, from the store. So
yeah,
we found this really rare split of Enslaved and Satyricon.
Yeah. Nice sealed copy.
Yes, it is. We are taking some North
extreme black metal.
Yes.
Suicidal.
Cathedral, this special edition only available.
One of my
via
favorite
mail.
heavy bands of all time, Cathedral.
Lostmore, which is for a friend. This is a dark ambient,
Yep.
I think.
I don't know that one, but I do know a lot of the other Lustmore titles, and but I don't know that title very well. But
And well, in this case, it was hard for me to take a decision, so I asked John to help me. Then we discard Dark Fortress.
yeah, a little older school black metal, sort of older school, so kind of go
This
with that.
other Canadian band that I don't really know how to pronounce the names. It's like Faxa.
That's closer than I would get it.
Always in the throne room, and we took this out and we kept with Morgoth, a decision or a recommendation from Henry. So thanks a lot. John, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Thanks a lot for everything.
You're welcome. Thank you, Felix.
The people from Monterrey will see this video.
Thank you to Felix
And we
from
share
Monterrey
with you.
for coming to our shop today, man. We appreciate it.
And well, we usually say goodbye, telling keep rocking, keep metal, but also as you work with Candlemas, we will say as they say, stay depressed and do more.
Do more.